Okay. Hey everybody. We're live. We're a little delayed from our usual start time, but we have another finals, actually back-to-back finals set of matches here to bring you guys. We have the lower bracket finals between Mikinai and Waka, and the winner of that's going to be playing Urraccoon, who is the upper bracket finalist. And this is for our April 2019 Double Elimination Duel Commander Tournament. So I'm joined on the line here with Rudyards, all the way from California. How are you doing, Rudyards? Yeah, and this is awesome. We both participated in the tournament, but got knocked out a little bit earlier. So we have us two Americans sitting on the sidelines while the Europeans duke it out for all the glory, as it were. Yeah, tell us about that a little bit. You played. Let me switch my overlay so we can see the bracket. But you played Urraccoon in like one of the first matches, right? I was super impressed by Sai when I played him. I don't know if I played him for a league, but I played him right when he came out, and the deck is just so explosive. And I think Urraccoon's version is pretty similar to the one I played. It's kind of a, I guess, stock at this point. They're saying there's no sun in our guest. Okay, let me... this is why I should have done a test first. Okay. Let me just... Okay. Discord audio should be... Okay, I think... I don't want to go... I don't want to take us away from going live if we can help it. So... Can you Rudyards just message? Sure, yeah. Sorry. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Gosh, what the heck? Okay, okay. Yeah, that might have fixed it. Can you keep talking again?
Yep. Yeah, okay. I'm around, hopefully, now that people can hear me.
All right.
Hopefully, if there's anyone like the YouTube chat, and someone confirm that I am audible. There's sound now. Fantastic.
Okay, great. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just... So, anyway, sorry about that, guys. Looks like Mick and I brought his crew here to go cheer him on. Hey, Pricks and Matthias. Welcome.
It's always nice when you have a squad.
Sorry?
I said it's always nice when you just have a squad of people to show up for you.
Yeah. Leovold. Qkey brought a bunch of guys last time, and it was fun. It was a good time. We were talking. I guess they probably didn't hear your explanation about Sai, but we don't have to get into that again. Basically, Sai is a great deck. Urraccoon is in the finals with Sai, but before we're gonna do that, let me get back to my Chrome here so you guys can see the bracket. we're gonna do the lower bracket finals first, which is Mikinai versus Waka. These are actually, all three of these guys are players who haven't played in this tournament before. We've been running this for like on and off for probably about a year, and I think these guys are all new. So that's a great showing from the newcomers. Mikinai is on Reyhan Kraum partner, non-white control, and Waka is on Niv Mizzet Perrin. And they've been waiting patiently in the X-Mage lobby, so I'm not gonna delay them any further. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna just message them and make sure they. Or actually, can you message them, Rudyards? Because I don't want to. I'm gonna lose your video feed.
Make sure to start.
Okay. We're gonna spectate on X-Mage and go from there. Neither of us have actually played these two guys in the tournament, I believe. Okay, great.
Yeah.
But partners is always a strong choice. You can pretty much mix and match most of the partners and have a playable deck, I think.
Yeah, this deck is kind of interesting to me because so the spell selection is very control heavy. It's just packing the best answers in all the colors. But then the creatures and Planeswalker suite and some of the sorceries, there's a land package going on here. There's a Valakut Scapeshift combo. They have a Loam engine. There's some really cool things going on. Loam, but no Wasteland, weirdly enough. So Loam just keep buying back fetches, I guess.
Interesting. Okay, it looks like they started. We're gonna go watch. All right, let's get everything set up. Mateo asked, "What are the generals in the top 8?" I'd have to look back in that. We this was a double elimination tournament, so it was a little bit different than like a typical Swiss cut to top 8 situation. But we have basically the top 3 are going to be decided here. We have the lower bracket finals. You can see on the overlay now. Mikinai is from Denmark. He's running Reyhan Kraum. Let's see if he's on the so on the bottom we have, actually on the top we have Mikinai, right? Okay, so Mikinai is running Reyhan and Kraum. Looks like they already started. And Waka is on the bottom, coming from France. He's running Niv Mizzet Perrin. And Waka won the coin flip and played a Wandering Fumarole turn 1.
So one thing to consider is the fact that Waka did have to mulligan and is now getting Thoughtseize. So in a matchup between two control decks, it really can just be decided by who has more cards, who has more answers. Especially when one of the threats is Niv Mizzet, who is just, if that guy sticks on the table, you pretty much cannot lose the game.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we see we get to actually get the luxury of seeing one of the players' hands here. Waka looks like he just has 2 lands and some counter spells and bounce, but bounce is not really what you want in a mulligan situation.
No, this is not.
Looks like Mikinai took Memory Lapse with the Thoughtseize,
making it so Waka's only interaction. Well, Waka still has both Snap and Lightning Strike. I think that was still probably the right pick. We also don't know what Mikinai's hand's like, so it's possible these answers line up awkwardly into what he's doing. But
right. But let's see here. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have a turn 2 Farseek from Mikinai.
Yeah.
Grab any land, basically. Any dual land.
I imagine he's going to be fetching in ways to minimize how many mountains he holds, given that he does have the Valakut Scapeshift in the back of his pocket. He obviously needs some, because he probably wants to cast it with any powerful red spells that he has in his deck, but that's something to keep an eye on. If he fetches too many mountains, he's out of kill range.
Yeah, for sure. Although we do see a mountain here in Blood Crypt. Already. Oops.
I mean, one of the things that makes partners good is, just purely having cards is, oh my god, okay, well.
Wow. Rips a Blood Moon like a champ.
Oh man, I was about to say, well, now Logic Knot's online, and it'll be interesting to see, and they'll just swipe the Blood Moon. Well, I was going to say, one of the problems with partners is they just have access to so many good answers that the like kind of mediocre threat that is Kraum just can kill people. But, you know, it has 3 of his 4 colors through Blood Moon, which doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, neither does Factor Fiction.
Honestly, there's a pretty good argument to keeping the Forest and, like, the Forest and Maelstrom Pulse should be in different piles. And I put, like, the Forest Bayou. Because you just want to try to keep them off green mana right now.
Right. Yeah, I think I agree.
His green mana is easy to fix.
Definitely can't have Forest and Maelstrom Pulse in the same pile. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I might also try to put Ewit in the same pile as Maelstrom Pulse, because Ewit can, of course, recur the Maelstrom Pulse if he gets it. Well, if he gets it and second green source. But
yeah.
All right, let's see. The pile 1 that went to the graveyard was, okay, yeah, it was a 4-1 split with a Forest and everything else. And in fact, the Forest was taken. That's a real good feeling when you can just get your Factor Fiction to just be you draw 1 card and it's blank.
Yeah, although at the same time, I mean, Mikinai has to be happy to see a Forest in those 5 cards.
Sure, and it did kind of counter the Blood Moon in a sense, but it was still a huge tempo win to spend 3 mana to force your opponent off of 4 mana and deny them the Factor Fiction effectively.
For sure, for sure.
Like, it does feel bad to have your Blood Moon now be kind of negated, but it's still probably a really good spot here.
Yeah, and any double-colored spells are still a little bit out of reach. Except, well, now we see Rampant Growth, so it looks like Mikinai is somehow getting out of this Blood Moon.
Yeah. He has double green, which will unlock most of the cards he cares about. Oh, Deathrite Shaman, which can exile cards. Yeah, no, the Blood Moon has now been completely obsoleted. And I think also concerningly, the Logic Knot is pretty much also completely obsolete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the Logic Knot still in hand, although, yeah, like not having the second island for Waka. Although, I mean, Deathrite's not a issue anymore. But we got. Are you guys all Danish in the chat? Pricks and Panda and so. I love it. So apparently Mikinai knows how to play around a Blood Moon. He's been around the block once or twice in that particular battle. All right, Impulse.
I would hope as a partner player that you're just prepared to not lose the Blood Moon.
Yeah. Well, we still have a game here. I mean, Waka got his second blue for Logic Knot. Although we got Thought Erasure, it's going to be good. Yeah,
that's probably going to take that Logic Knot. And then we're going to see Kraum just slam down and start making this game go poorly.
Ooh.
I would probably take that treachery.
Yeah. Wow. I have to agree. I think you can play around Logic Knot a lot more effectively than Treachery at this point.
Yeah, you can't just hope, oh, well, let's just hope the control deck doesn't draw 1 more land. That's not really how it works.
No, not at all. What do you think about Niv Mizzet Perrin as a commander?
I'm definitely interested in what it's doing. I feel like for a while Keranos was the go-to blue-red guy, partly, or partners. I still like Keranos as a kind of wildfire board wipey general, but Niv Mizzet does a lot of really amazing things in Standard, and we have way better cantrips than we do in Standard, so I would not be shocked if Niv Mizzet shows up big here. This man just feels really slow to me.
Yeah. I played Niv Mizzet too. It just feels filthy when you... it's all about just getting that thing resolved and untapping with it, which is a challenge a lot of the time. But if you can manage to pull it off, it feels like you can't lose. Yep.
Yeah. No, I've heard a joke that Niv Mizzet has the secret text that says if you untap with him, you win. I imagine Brainstorm, like just casting an Opt in Standard with him feels disgusting. I can't imagine what a Brainstorm feels like.
We have a little bit of disagreement. Well, not disagreement necessarily, but Prick says he likes Keranos better. Played it for 3 years, in fact.
Nice.
Most fun version of Blue Control you can play. I could see that.
I have a lot of respect for Keranos because there was one in my meta for a very long time. The person who was playing him eventually switched to Rowan and Kenrith. But I think Keranos' ability to say, play Keranos, then like Yoko Hops or wipe the board in some serious fashion is just incredibly powerful.
Yeah, there are certain cards you can play with Keranos that you can't play with Niv Mizzet, really, like Yoko Hops.
Yeah.
All right.
Reyhan's the first commander of this game cast.
Reyhan, last of the Abzan, and even has a body to put those counters on now. And Coiling Oracle.
If I was to look at Mikinai's board state, I would not have been able to guess that there was a turn 3 Blood Moon that came down when he was tapped out on like 2 non-basics.
No, of course not. He's got 5 basics out and all the red mana.
He's great to go.
Touche. Izzet Wizards is the better aggro control version of Izzet deck. Oh, you mean Adeliz? Is that what you guys are talking about?
That makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, sure. All the options we were discussing previously could not be called aggro in any sense of the word. But
try playing. Sorry.
No.
You said what you were saying.
Adeliz certainly can claim that distinction. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm just trying to picture someone playing Keranos aggro. It's really funny to try to imagine, but I can't quite picture it working.
Yeah. You almost kind of like don't even want to turn Keranos into a creature, right?
No, you definitely do not.
All right, we got Wood Elves coming down. Card that's it's amazing to like. This is obviously a good card, but I'm amazed that this is played in a 4-color good stuff pile. But I guess it's just that good.
I assume it's just there mostly because it's kind of like a nature's lore, but it has a body, which I'm sure is significantly useful for Reyhan.
Yep, for sure with Reyhan having that body. Is Waka going to die a slow death here? I mean, he's kind of playing in top deck mode.
Yeah, I mean, we know he has a snap. We know he has a launch ignite. He's 1 blue mana off of playing Niv. Mikinai only has 1 card in hand.
Ooh.
He just found an island. That's a Niv Mizzet.
That is a Niv.
Maybe he's still in it.
Yeah, I spoke too soon.
Niv Mizzet kind of stonewalls the ground, and even if Mikinai kills Niv Mizzet before they untap, that's still a card drawn, which doesn't suck. And if he gets to untap with Niv Mizzet, he gets to do the very thing we described of if you untap with Niv Mizzet, you can't lose. So.
Let's see. Mikinai, 2 cards in hand now. And a Kraum in the... Oh, shit. Demonic Tutor.
Well, notably here, he has to find a kill spell that has no black mana symbol. Because that was his last black source for the turn.
Ah, right. Okay. You're right. Good point. Feldigriff.
Oh, and yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh, man.
What about like a treachery? Does he have
that would hurt. He doesn't run treachery though. I'm gonna quickly look at his deck list.
Okay.
He could try bouncing it. I think like Cryptic Command Bounce is one of his best options here, or Mystic Confluence Bounce Draw too. But yeah, no, he doesn't have kill spells for it without black mana.
How would you? Does he have anything that could he could wait a turn for? Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But he doesn't want to because then Niv Mizzet untaps. He's drawn like a couple cards. He probably draws more. He has Snap open if he untaps. You can't kill Niv Mizzet. Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor is one of the better bounce spells in that deck.
Jace is the Bind Sculptor is one of the best bounce spells, card draw spells.
Mystic Outpost is definitely up there. Not quite there, but definitely close.
Yeah. All right. So, Demonic Tutor saving Mikinai from a big swing, potentially. Is it going to be enough?
I mean, if he just downticks Jace twice more, he can get Waka down to 4 life, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got a Actually, he's got just a 3-turn clock going right now.
Yeah. Oh wait, didn't he take the treachery?
That's what No, I guess he took the Logic Knot. Wow.
Whoa, what? That feels like a huge mistake.
I have to agree with you. Wow,
I mean,
crazy.
I guess he can just bounce the Reyhan, but that doesn't feel good when you also have to answer this Niv Mizzet.
Yeah, like if you bounce the Reyhan, then Niv just eats everything else.
I feel like especially when you are... Mikinai is effectively kind of this ramping control deck. I think when you have that much mana, you just can't be scared of a Logic Knot. Especially when you just can keep throwing haymakers. Just
having that information of seeing it is like half the battle with cards like that.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we're not throwing shade at Mikinai. I'm sure he had a good reason to take Logic Knot, but
he knows his deck better than I do, certainly.
Yes, for sure, both of us.
I have been playing this entire game as if, in my head, as if Waka had Logic Knot and not Treachery, so I was really surprised to see the Treachery come down.
Yeah, which is crazy because I had these graveyards open, so he just totally missed that. All right, here comes Kraum. That's a clock.
Yeah, this will put Waka down to 7. But I mean, the Reyhan untapped, and that's almost swinging also. The clock doesn't quite get there if Jace is just granted -1 more time.
Yeah.
But there also are 2 unknown cards that make a nice hand, and black mana open, it could be that Niv Mizzet is going to come down and immediately eat a kill spell.
True. But, whatever he has in his hand, it's not... I mean, he must have demonic tutored for the Jace, and then drawn 2 random cards besides that. Okay.
Right.
Snapping the... Oh, he wants to kill Jace, I think. You get a snap on the...
That makes sense.
Yeah. Evasive action. Yep. Had a counter spell. So counter unless you pay 4...
So he can, but then Niv Mizzet doesn't come down this turn. Well, Niv Mizzet doesn't come down either way because the snap is getting countered. So he should pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Well, unless there are cards that I don't know in his hand.
Yeah. But then at that point, you're yeah. Snapping a Coiling Oracle doesn't feel too good, but you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this line feels great if Mikinai is sitting on blanks.
Actually, what he could do as well is just animate the Wandering Fumarole. Like he could let the snap get countered, and then attack Jace with both things.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, can't activate Wandering Fumarole when there's a Blood Moon out.
Oh, never mind. Derp.
Totally forgot there was a Blood Moon until that moment, though.
It's had very little effect on this game somehow.
I think technically it offered a little bit of mana fixing for Waka at one point.
Yeah. So he's paying for the evasive action. Makes sense. So Jace is going to bite the bullet, but Waka's life total is looking really precarious now.
Yeah, he just has to hope that Mikinai doesn't have a kill spell for the Niv Mizzet that's going to come back down. Niv Mizzet is bigger than Kraum. Ooh, yes. I really wonder if that Coalition Relic was worth Mikinai drawing a card.
Yeah, my gut says no. Especially before this attack on Jace.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, that's very true. That's something you could easily have done post-combat. But it's also, I'm really bad at remembering to cast spells after swinging, so I totally get it.
I've been playing a lot of Arena lately, and you'd be absolutely amazed at how many people just play lands, play spells, tap out, and then go to combat, and it makes things so easy for me. All right. Let's see here. What do we have? Prick says, I guess, yeah, the Blood Moon is stopping Liliana the Veil. Maybe maybe Kalitas as well.
There's no Lily of the Veil or Kalitas in the 4-color control deck list.
Okay. Come on, guys. You don't know your buddy's exact deck list? Come on.
The deck isn't actually running. It's running like Damnation and Dark Petition as black spells, but I think those are the only black spells in this deck. The main thing that Blood Moon is doing, by my eyeball, is it means that if there's a scape shift off the top, it does not immediately kill Waka.
Speak of the devil. We do have a scape shift and a scoop. So Mikinai takes down game 1. Had a pretty decisive grip on that game, I would say. Even though it looked like there was hope for Waka there. Let me update my scoreboard.
The Demonic Tutor just really sealed the deal there.
Yep.
That card is very good, it turns out.
Well, people have been calling for Demonic Tutor to be banned for quite a while. Let's see. It's
weird because, it is the most played card in the format, and it's not legal in pretty much any other format. Like, if you look at other Highlander things, it costs a bunch of points. But it doesn't feel overpowered. It just feels very good. It's just a staple. And that's kind of a weird sensation because I wouldn't be shocked if it was banned, but I would be a little disappointed.
Yeah, I'm torn about DT because you got to have some tutors in the format, right? Like you got to have some ways for combo decks to exist, and that's one of the ways. But honestly, like the way I've seen it used more often than not is just grab a Toxic Deluge, grab a Reclamation Sage, or whatever you need as grab an answer. So it's kind of fair in that sense. It's like adding 2 mana to a Reclamation Stage or a Deluge or something like that.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out to me is the only tutor that I've seen used this much in fair decks as much as it works in combo decks. Just because combo decks are so thoroughly hamstringed in this format that them having a single tutor is just not as powerful as a control deck getting to say, I have a second copy of any of my most relevant answer.
Yep. Okay, so let's see here. Game 2, just land go for the first 2 turns for each player so far. We actually... X-Mage is weird, by the way, guys. Waka is now on top because they kick you out when you're spectating, and then when you come back in, it's just kind of like a random coin flip who's on top and who's on bottom. So Mikinai is now on the bottom of your screen.
So when this game goes long, who do you think is more favored? Is it the 4-color control deck or is it the Niv-Mizzet?
I want to say Niv-Mizzet, but I'm not sure, to be honest.
I feel like last game we really saw Mikinai like on the beatdown plan, and I can't tell if that's how this is normally going to play out, and Waka's goal is just stall the game out as long as possible and then eventually turn the corner, or if that was just atypical.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It looks like this time learned his lesson. We'll have to talk to Mikinai later and see what was going through his mind last game with that logic not discard. But all right.
I mean, it may have been possible he was just hoping to end the game before Waka ever found a 5th land, which honestly seemed reasonable.
Yeah. All right, we have a few chat comments here too, by the way. Prix thinks Tainted Pact is almost as good as Demonic Tutor. That's a fair point, but especially with all these 4-color decks running around.
I think it's almost as good, but it isn't as good, and I think that says something.
Yeah. Problem with blue-red is too few answers to 4+ toughness creatures. That's good. That's fair too.
You have like Flame Splash, and that's kind of it. Or Museum Orders, I guess. Roast. Yeah, you have a few, but not enough. You just want to counter them.
Awkwardly, we see the Myriad Landscape only being able to fetch 2 of the same basic type come into play here. Because I think if he was able to get a mountain and a island, he would have been able to do turn 6 Niv or turn 5 Niv.
I mean, he would have done that if he found 2 mountains, because he had the Steam Vents in hand and had 2 islands on the field already.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
He
so
wants more islands for some reason.
well, yeah, it's usually how it goes. Dak Faden comes down for Mikinai.
There's the multiverse.
Cool alternate art. I don't even know what masterpiece of some kind.
It's the Mythic series.
Okay, it's the first time I'm seeing this art. I don't really usually pay attention to that sort of thing, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so just kind of position. What's the word I want to say here? Just kind of jockeying for position right now. Not a whole lot going on.
One thing to consider is the fact that in this spot, Fiery Confluence used to be able to snipe Planeswalkers, but can't. And that's actually going to mean that Dak Faden is going to be able to ultimate before Waka lands a Miss It, I believe. Well, no, he's going to land it next turn if he just runs it out. But Dak Faden is very close to being able to ultimate after that, assuming it doesn't die. I think it's usually rare that you want to ult Dak Faden, but I could see it happening. Yeah,
especially against Niv Mizzet when you... Well, I don't know how many like burn spells Mikinai is running, but that would probably be the primary way to like target something but not kill it.
All right, pitches a Deluge, which is kind of interesting because that's a very good way of killing Niv, which makes me suspect that Niv will not stick around long if played.
No.
So if I was in Waka's spot, I might wait a little bit longer, play an extra, be 2 extra mana instead of 1 extra mana, just so that I could then stick Niv and hold up Snap to save Niv.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. He's got the land quantity. It's just, can he afford to wait while Dak Faden's ticking up in loyalty here?
Yep.
And for sure, don't play an artifact.
That's not where you want to be here.
Nope.
I can see like 3 or 4 ways that this deck has of targeting Niv without killing him.
Okay, well,
that's unlikely.
That's not that many.
It's not that many, but it's not nothing. I don't think we're going to see a steal Niv. I don't think we're going to see a Dak Faden ult this game, but I want to.
Ooh, he's running Niv out without Snap Up.
I think this is a really, really dubious decision. He knows that Mikinai has an answer because he saw Mikinai discard that Deluge. But, I mean, we also don't know the contents of Waka's hand, so it's possible that he has, like, a Dispel up or something. Or he's just okay with Niv Mizzet dying this turn, and then he can play him again next turn.
Yeah, maybe even Force of Will or something along those lines.
I mean, if he doesn't have it, he can always draw into it. That is how this deck works.
Yeah. All right, Maelstrom Pulse on Niv will draw Waka a card.
And he is pinging Dak Faden off of the -6.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. If he had just ulted Dak Faden there, he would have done the emblem. Again, not sure it's worth it, but...
Wasn't...
and he keep drawing more cards.
Yeah, I guess Mikinai just is not playing towards the emblem. Or if he is...
He just wants the card quality, which is fair.
Yeah. I mean, he's seen so many cards by now. How many turns has Dak Faden been going? 1, 2, 3? That's a lot of card filtering.
He's gone like 3 or 4 activations up.
And Mikinai has got 6 cards in hand, so maybe he's discarding down to 4, but he's been able to sculpt his hand to a huge degree here.
He discards Intuition. See, that's a little bit surprising to me because I think if he keeps Intuition, he has the Scape Shift kill. Oh, well, he just drew a Life and Loan, which I'm sure feels great after discarding a bunch of things to Dak Faden.
Yeah.
That's going to be a draw 3 on his next turn, and then Dak can easily, the first draw picks back up the loam, the second draw grabs a random card off the top, then the 2 discards pitch 2 lands. Loam plus Deck Fading is a crazy engine if you can get it going.
Yeah, which, what you got to have a counterspell that exiles or something along those lines to disrupt that from Waka's perspective. The Fumarole.
It is going to kill a 1/1. That's certainly something that's going to happen.
That's a high price to pay at this point in the game.
4 mana to kill a Coiling Oracle is not really where I want to be.
No.
5 if you count the Fumarole itself. Oof.
Yeah, I would say 5, and then, it's not even card advantage.
No. And you still take the block. I was going to say, there might be an argument to just letting Dak take it, but you don't want to risk the Lightning Strike killing Dak. So, never mind.
Nah, that seems like a pretty clear block to me. All right, well, Waka's going to have to have some more productive turns. He's got 6 cards in his hand.
I feel like I really am curious what he has.
How is that the best play you can make when you have 6 cards in hand and Mikinai's tapped out pretty much? It's kind of mind-boggling.
Well, he only has 8 lands, so he would not be able to protect the Niv if he lands it. So it's possible that him is just all counter magic and lands, and he's just trying to make land drops so next time he can play Niv and protect it. But I really think that running Niv out into that first kill spell was just a little too greedy.
Yeah, especially when you have Snap, just wait a turn, hold up Snap at the very least. Oh, all right. So Life from the Loam got cast. Dak ticking up, discarding the lands. Not surprising.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have now 8 lands for Waka. We're gonna see Niv Mizzet again.
Let me do the math real quick. I'm curious if 8 lands. From this standpoint, I think 8 lands is the magic number for Valakut Kill. Because it's 21 damage from Mountain. Yeah, 8 lands is the magic number for the Valakut Kill from 20.
Right. Okay. So with Waka now going to be tapped out, that could be the good moment for Mikinai to go for it.
Yep, and he even has enough mana to Demonic Tutor for it.
Yeah.
And again, Niv Mizzet, okay. So he's going to just roll back. I don't know, that feels...
I guess he's worried about Dak Emblem.
Yeah, maybe. That would make sense. Oh god, also having a Sheltered Thicket in hand is kind of hilarious, because that means that there's multiple different Loam engines set up at this point. His Loam can, of course, recur the Sheltered Thicket, which can cycle recur the Loam. God, that's a gross amount of value.
Yeah, but all the value in the world is not going to help you if Niv Mizzet is uncontested.
That's true. we're talking about all these draw engines that Mikinai has, but Niv Mizzet will just draw more cards than you.
Prick says
again.
Waka should have cast Bolt before Niv Mizzet. Why is that?
Why?
You
want to draw the card off of
Yeah,
Bolt.
you draw a card and then you get an extra damage too. I don't understand.
Marsh flats out. So Waka is totally tapped out, except for Force Spell.
Would he have enough mountains for Scape Shift, given that we already have Sheltered Thicket in the graveyard, in a mountain?
So he one mountain. He has 1 mountain, Smoldering, Marsh, Badlands, Thicket, and Grave. He can tutor up Volcanic, that's 1, Taiga 2, Stomping Ground 3, Steam Bed 4.
Here it is. Let's see if Waka scoops or makes him play it out here.
He has exactly enough. I
Wow.
just quickly counted. He has exactly enough.
That's insane. If I was Waka, I would probably make him play it out here.
Yeah, no. You have to see it, but.
Yeah. Well, last time he just scooped. I think before Scapeshift resolved. Let's see here.
But if you look at and you say 3 mountains on field, 1 in grave. Oh, I actually should double check and make sure he didn't discard any other mountains. He did not. The other thing that's nice is.
Well, Pricks. I think it made sense. I think it made sense to cast Niv before the lightning bolts, regardless of whether lightning bolt resolved, because I think all he was interested in doing was keeping Dak from ultimating, and just casting the bolts will get a point to keep Dak off the ultimate. Maybe Niv, we don't know what Waka has in his hand, so maybe actually all we know is he has Fiery Confluence. I think that's the only card we know at this point. Yeah. Or Snap too, I guess.
Which Fiery Confluence does mean that if Waka got another turn, he would have lethal.
Probably, yeah, almost certainly right.
Because plus Snap for another 1, so as long as he has 1 other spell, he has lethal.
Yeah.
So it really came down to the wire, but if I did my math correct and Mikinai sees all of his mountains, I'm pretty sure he has lethal here.
Yeah, Waka not inflicting any self-damage to make things a little bit trickier. Yeah.
But okay, Blood Crypt, Canyon, Slow, Cinderglade, that's 3. The Steam Vent, Stomping Grounds, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6, right?
No, because there's also the Volcanic. That's 7.
But 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Well, wait, did he not?
Well, one's Command Tower.
Yeah, he chose. I think he missed one of his things.
Really? He was searching for about 2 minutes there.
Let me double count. I feel like I'm coming up with the wrong count. All right, I'm just going to read them off. And so he has the Blood Crypt, right? He has the Canyon Slow. He has Cinderblade.
Yep.
He has. Does he have the Steam Vent? Stomping Grounds, Taiga. He's missing the Taiga. Where's the Taiga?
Where's the Taiga?
Is the Taiga in his hand?
Well, it's not in the graveyard and it's not on the battlefield.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. Somehow,
and he also missed another trigger because for some reason I think he said no to one.
Did I say so? Mikinai said, "Did I say no to one of them?"
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there were 6 triggers. There should have been 18 damage, but there wasn't.
Right, but even still, I mean that wasn't going to be enough.
No, it wouldn't be. And as we've established, there's a really high chance Waka just untaps and kills Mikinai here.
Wow, what a crazy game!
I want to know what was in Mikinai's hand. Does he have the Taiga in his hand? Oh my god. I would be so... This is why I can't play Scapeshift deck, because I would be so upset if I just am looking at the last land I need to kill someone staring back at me in my hand.
Oh god.
Well, actually, hold on real quick. Did he make a land drop this turn? Yes, he did. He played the Marsh Fly.
Yeah. If Waka can't kill Mikinai, though, he might be a couple. I don't know. He's got to be able to, but
yeah, no. Between We know he has all but 1 damage in his hand. Oh no, I was forgetting draw for turn. Yeah, he has lethal from cards we know. Because he draws per turn plus Niv, that's 6 damage. And then Fiery Confluence plus draw from Niv is another 7.
Yeah, that's 1 short.
The casting snap on the Niv.
Yeah, we got it. Is Taiga in the deck list? You guys can check the video description. I put the links to the deck lists in there.
Yeah, I wasn't just counting off the lands he could be running. I was counting off the lands he's running in the deck list.
Oh, did we introduce ourselves, by the way? I know we got a little bit of a weird start here. Oh, I introduced you before I realized your audio was out. Sorry.
Oh. So,
my buddy Rudyards is talking. He's below me and on the screen. So, that's sorry about that. Yeah. I'm DCM. I'm Duelcaster Mage, and he's Rudyards. So glad to have you guys. Let's see.
Great to be here.
There's
should we tell Mikinai that there were 6 triggers and that he probably did say no to 1? Or is that outside? Should they just figure this out on their own?
I don't think it's really like strategic advice or anything. I think we can say you probably
there were 6. Yeah, you probably hit no. And they've come to the same conclusion. It's fine.
Okay. You saw that from the log?
Yep, I looked through it.
I have my YouTube chat on covering my logs, so I can't really see that very well.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna give Mikinai some shit for some of these. Oh man, the pressure. Hey, Vokotex here. Vokotex Tuk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they're doing a rollback, which honestly is fair.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing that is lethal is if he does have Taiga in hand, but he has a Bolt, that also gets there.
Oh, right.
No. Because he gets the float mana. So we're going to quickly go through this whole process again. We're going to see how this goes.
All right. I think he
Mana's
fetched.
going to be floated. Escape Ship's going to be cast.
Pretty sure. Yeah, he's just replaying so far exactly as he did before, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they know Waka doesn't have interaction for this stage.
Yeah, he would have countered the escape shift for sure if he could.
Good that he didn't scoop, because I absolutely would have in that spot. I would have just done the math on my own, said, "Oh, I'm dead," and scooped.
I can't. I can't fault him. I can't fault him for playing it out here. Just because.
No, I think it's correct.
Yeah, because of how many mountains were already like in play and whatnot.
Yeah, no. And I mean, hey, it turns out that the Taiga is hiding in Mikinai's hand. So, unless he just missed it last time, maybe we're going to see him find it this time.
We also have a red, 2 blue, and a black floating.
Which is alarmingly enough mana, especially with 5 cards in hand. Oh, yeah. Actually, hold on. How many base damage stuff he runs? He runs 1 Bolt. He runs a Collective Brutality. He actually does not have too many things that could kill. Okay, so yeah, Taiga must be in hand, no doubt. Not in graveyard, right? I didn't just miss it.
No.
No. Okay.
And no Bolt or Collected Brutality in graveyard either. Escape Shift, what a card! Even in like Duel Commander, I tend to forget about it, but it's like such a free roll. It's very little cost. You just have this explosive win out of nowhere combo.
Yeah, it really has to go in decks where you know you're going to take it late. But I think Cyber Chronometer is oh my god, I miscounted.
Electrolyze. Oh my god.
Just barely for the cherry tap lethal.
Oh, are we gonna see a draw of Force of Will here? How did
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Just got there.
Crazy. Wow. What a game. Okay, Mikinai takes it down and is in the finals against urraccoon. So we got to make sure he's still around. I'll try to let him know. I don't know if he's watching this.
I need to ask Mikinai if he had the Taiga in hand.
Yeah. Okay, so in the meantime, we can talk about Sai some more because we lost our little discussion earlier. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Well played, yeah. Congrats on both of those guys getting so far. I mean, this is not this is a large tournament. We had 18 players sign up, which is I think our highest. It's either our highest or our second highest. It might be our second highest. We had a lot the previous month too. Mikinai wants 5 minutes to decompress here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, so urraccoon has the game up, but Mikinai is going to take a little bathroom break or something. Yeah, so Sai. Rudyard's mentioned about how he had to face urraccoon earlier in the tournament. Let's get back, take a look at that bracket one more time.
I was playing Nagila, and thought that in general. Oh, I picked Nagila because I like the look of the deck. I haven't played the deck before. I just grabbed a deck list, and the way people were talking about it, I was like, oh, this seems like a free roll. But I just absolutely got manhandled in that matchup. Sai's stats just kind of go really nicely against a lot of the aggro creatures you have. He doesn't die the bolt, and he slams in opposition and pretty much just choked me out of the game at one point. So I don't know. Sai seems really spooky from the matchups I've seen him in. But this also seems like the exact type of deck suited to beating. Just try to counter the counter Sai before he comes down, generate some value, go late. But
were you running a counterspell version of Nagila?
No, I was in the pretty much all in aggro version. So I was not the tempo. I was not the control version. I was just play warriors, swing face.
Kill him as fast as possible. Gotcha. Waka's back in the chat. He doesn't know how to draw active cards. I don't. Do you know what he means by that?
I assume he means he kept drawing land or irrelevant cards to the matchup.
Waka or Mikinai?
Waka, I assume.
Oh, okay.
If Waka's saying that he doesn't know how to draw active cards, I don't know though.
Sorry about the result, Waka, but well played. We were kind of curious what cards you had in your hand. Besides, we knew Fiery Confluence and Snap, but we didn't know the rest of them. I don't know if you can hear us still. Oh, okay. So you just kind of drew kind of poorly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Scape shift
Really
though.
Close. Very, very close game still. It came down to that one turn. Yeah.
We counted it up, Waka, and you were you had lethal. If you were able to untap, you for sure had lethal. I'm sure you knew that better than we did. I'm sure if you had brainstorm or anything else.
Counting it over.
Yeah.
No. Even just with the draw per turn was lethal.
Yep.
Just the snap plus Fiery Confluence plus draw plus nib swing was lethal. That's crazy.
Yep.
And that deck does so many things.
The rest was
you still are playing a 6-drop.
The rest was land, he says. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that explains why you tapped out for Niv aggressively there. But at the same time, Mickey and I had only enough to deal Xaxes, you know?
So do you run those cycling lands in there? Is that a consideration? I don't see them in this list, but I'm also maybe missing them.
This is a question to Waka, whether he runs.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. This is Waka's list. They can see it on the screen here.
So Mikinai didn't have Taiga in hand, but he couldn't find it in the X Mage window because X Mage isn't great for searching.
Oh, really? Like during the resolution of Scape Shift?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's messed up.
so I'm glad he did have the electrolyzed in hand.
Yeah, that would have been dirty.
Oh my god.
Okay. Looks like our finals match is about to start, and this one is actually best of 5. And let me change my scene. Urraccoon has the choice to play or draw because he got there from the winners bracket. Let's see if I can see this game here. Looks like they did not allow spectators. We got to stop this. All right. You can't get in either red yours, right?
Sorry, let me check. No, I cannot. I think I forgot that.
They say they're in the lobby, but I see them as having started.
No, it says waiting to start for me.
Okay. Well, let's let them start and see if that was the trick.
If that fixes it.
Maybe because they had a password on it, but I don't think that should matter. I mean, I don't think so either. We should still be able to join if we know the password. All right, yeah. There it is. Okay.
Although I hope it doesn't ask me because my X Mage crashes anytime I try to type into it.
No,
I try to avoid it.
You can spectate without having the password. All right, cool. Okay. So let's see here.
Right. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I got to update my my wins here because we're back at 0-0, and got to change this too. Okay. So your head's in the corner of the screen. Did you move your laptop around a little bit?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I can also adjust like this.
Okay. Can you tilt it to your
our chat so I can see where I'm like this?
That's better. That's good. So all right. So urraccoon is on the bottom with Sai, and Mikinai is on the top again. Running back Reyhan, Kraum. Ooh, turn 1 Retrofitter Foundry from Sai. That's a spicy meatball. That card's so good in Sai.
Yeah, that card feels very good.
Tap Sacathopter, make a 4/4.
Make a 4/4. That's a clock.
Yeah. Oh
so
god.
I think it's a little bit hard to say, but I'm pretty sure Sai is the beatdown here. I think if the early to mid game is really where Sai shines versus this matchup. Yeah. But on the other hand, I really do think that if the game goes really long, Mikinai doesn't have board life. He doesn't have tools. He has like 1 toxic. He doesn't have, and I guess fiery conflict. He doesn't have a lot of tools to like constrain Sai's board. And especially since both those are sorceries, he doesn't have tools to like fight through a opposition. So I'd be a little bit scared. Actually,
yeah, opposition is a brutal card in this matchup. Although Mikinai's deck is actually built. Well, he describes it as control. So I think his game plan is go long, get card advantage, grind him out. I
think that's the plan, but I don't think that plan works great here. Like I think I think there is a late game where he's favored, and then I think there's a later game where Sai is favored.
Wow.
Because of cards like Steel Overseer that just like have this unbound growth, because Sai can just go as wide as possible, and there's nothing that can really be done to stop it.
Yep. The synergy is definitely in urraccoon's favor. This is really interesting though, because okay, so the Bull takes out the Steel Overseer, but urraccoon played turn 1 Retrofitter Foundry, turn 2 tap it for 2, make a 1/1, and then
he's missed a land drop.
Missed a land drop and then played Steel Overseer. Very strange sequencing.
Probably top decked the Steel Overseer. Probably has a hand full of good 3 and 4 drop things though.
Yeah. Waka, sorry, we didn't get to your question before. He asked, Rudyard's asked if you run the cycling dual lands in your Niv Mizzet deck, I think, right? That was your question?
Just the cycling, not duels, the come to play tapped one. Because there's no blue-red duel.
Oh, right.
But I was curious because, Niv Mizzet drawing cards, really, really good partner there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some good incentive to do that. Okay, so Sai comes down. Do we have any 0 drops?
No. Okay.
No 0 drops.
0 drops scares me there a little bit. I mean, you still want to run Sai out, because then if you untap, you can probably play a couple of artifacts and then stack some of them to a retrofitter, and you're just in a great spot. But
I mean, he's going up to 7 cards plus a Brainstorm. There's no way Sai lives through this turn, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. Although, remember, end of turn Brainstorm is always one of those things that I see, and it just makes me cringe a little bit, because he's not drawing a card to this turn, because he knows what the top card of his deck is. So, I mean, sometimes you have to. Especially when you have a fetch. That feels pretty good. Oh,
two shuffle effects, in fact.
Yeah, I think maybe could have waited a little bit on that Brainstorm.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't have an answer. Lightning Bolt's not going to do it. Flame Slash would.
He already used his Lightning Bolt for the turn. That started the game, actually.
And Sai has 4 toughness. Oh my god, Sai did he untapped with Sai. Holy shit.
That's not what we expected, but it sure is what happened.
No,
and
especially...
this is the stage of the game where Mikinai needs to be a little bit terrified.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we got at least a minimum of 1 Thopter converted into a 4/4, maybe.
Which, to be fair, Strix does make the 4/4 not like the same level as scary as a Thopter.
No.
But
well, the world is urraccoon's oyster here.
Yeah, let's see what he does. So 6 cards in hand, 3 lands in play. Ooh. Alright, well, that's going to get a 1/1, which is always nice.
Yep, and this one can this one get fetch lands?
This one absolutely can. He should be tracking his fetch right now.
Well, let's see.
No, he didn't. Urraccoon has priority, so he gets. I think that means this is resolving onto the field, but since acid enters, we don't see that yet.
Huh. I don't know why my servo art is not working.
Yeah, it's because they added new servos in C18, which I just don't have.
Yeah, some of those rare tokens don't get updated properly.
Yeah.
This one is weird though. Like Sai made this token, and I can see the art is like from Kaladesh, but then I like zoom in and it's a different art. Like it's mirrored in Besieged or something like that. Who knows?
That's very strange.
Yeah. I won't begin to start to claim I know how X-Mage works.
He nailed the fetch land.
Nice.
Oh, that's kind of like a 2-mana wasteland. That doesn't feel bad. Especially, in the deck that's trying to hit all its land drops and kill you with a Valakut or something.
Yeah, it's like a sinkhole. Plus you got to see Mikinai's hand, which is could be pretty relevant.
Yeah.
Just got needled. And a skull clamp.
Oh god. This is where things get really ugly really fast.
We're off to the races. Wow.
Like, okay, the retrofitter foundry and tokens is kind of gross. But skull clamp and tokens is kind of grosser. Because that's just a steady stream of cards. He'll hit all his land drops. He'll cast more spells, get more tokens to get more cards.
Yep.
Gonna get ugly.
It's almost like too late to kill Sai now at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think at this point you just try to kill kill face.
Well, which Huntmaster? Yeah, the scape shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huntmaster, one of the all-time great value cards, but I don't think it's really doing much right now.
All right, we're going to see the content of the hand with Aussies. Very exciting.
How come we as spectate as? Oh wow. Walking ballista. An etch champion. Damn. And
now the force of will is going to make it really easy to just stop the scape shift kill condition.
Yeah. That was a very, I don't know if I want to say like conservative line to take the walking ballista. I don't know.
I think the reason you take the walking ballista there is walking ballista kill your baleful strix really changes the clock, because it means that the 1/1s can just be made 4/4s really freely.
Right.
I mean, you're still going to do it anyway, but I think that was the logic, is I need to keep this baleful strix.
Yeah. We'll see, but I gotta like urraccoon's position here.
I think
a lot.
I think there definitely is a back up against the wall nature for Mikinai right now.
Sweeper would go a long way. Urraccoon might want to just draw cards while he can with that skull clamp.
Sweeper would help. He runs 2. So not great odds of having one. Not like the blue-white control decks where they just have like 5 sweepers up their sleeve at any given time.
Yeah, and even the 3 toughness ones aren't going to be enough to kill Sai in the construct, but Damnation or Deluge would do it.
Yeah, those are the 2 he's working with. He doesn't run any other sweepers, it looks like.
Is he not running? He's not running Fiery Confluence?
No, I got confused because Waka was running Fiery Confluence.
Okay. Man, Fiery Confluence, though, blowing up 3 artifacts, that would
feel really nice right now.
Yeah.
I'd probably just kill the Skull Clamp, kill the Retrofitter, kill all the 1/1s. But then you're still contending with the 4/4 in the side, and it's like, that doesn't feel great either.
No, but would do something. Let's see. So Skull Clamp gets equipped onto the.
I really like that decision, because I think swinging with that means that the trade with a Baleful Strix no longer is profitable, or like even.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a great play. It looks like he's just going to chump block with a wolf token. And then let's
20
see.
life means that 8 lands are necessary for a scape shift kill again. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. Little advantage of running a monocolor deck, I suppose. albeit narrow.
Yeah, no, definitely comes up.
Okay.
There was some discussion back when I was playing a bunch of Savala about, do you run fetch lands for Titania? Because when I was playing Savala, I was not running Titania, and that was something people disagreed about. And I basically came to the conclusion that the minor upside involved was definitely not worth randomly losing a life versus burn, where sometimes it just comes down to the difference of one life. I think this is a similar type of situation.
So you were or you weren't running Titania in that list?
I ended up deciding not to. I ran her when I was playing green-black because you may as well. The second you add a second color and you're playing a green mid-range deck, Titania is just really good. But
yeah,
I think in mono-color green, she's not worth it. Unless she's your general, in which case she is worth it.
Oh, yeah. That's an interesting... I come across that in deck building a few times, too. And, like, Grim Lavamancer is another one. Like, if you're not, like, hardcore aggro, like, do you want to run fetches just for Grim Lavamancer food? Probably not. Maybe. It's a little bit less of a problem in red, but...
When you're running a singleton deck, you really have to think about it as, okay, if I draw these two exact cards in combination, how good is it? And how good is it when I draw each of these cards separately? Lavamancer's usually fine. Like, you don't need a lot to make them good. But the fetch lands, if they're only in there to enable like one or two cards, and otherwise they're just lands that cost you a life when you play it, that's just nowhere close to worth it.
No, I agree with you.
All right, so
we're looks like Mickey and I just kind of played land go, and is gonna try to flip this Huntmaster into Ravager,
which is gonna kill like a 1/1. So the Retrofitter Foundry can turn into a 4/4 in response. That's not exciting.
No, maybe he can take down Sai with Burn or something like that.
Yeah, he's going for a servo. I'm curious if he'll turn the servo into a Thopter.
Yeah, at the cost of 1 mana, but pretty low cost, but nothing. No, I just let the servo die.
Yeah, that's fair. If he has a 3 mana play and he wants to equip Skull Clamp, that's what you got to do.
And interestingly, Huntmaster, I mean, there's a good chance Huntmaster is going to get flipped back to the front side.
I would, if I was urraccoon, I would avoid it, just because that card gets more value if you can just flip it back and forth. And he's in a commanding enough position. He doesn't need to cast 2 spells. He can just like cast 1 and then use his other various mana sinks.
Yeah. Ooh, Mox Amber comes down.
Although when you're playing Mox Amber, maybe you are going to cast 2 spells.
Yeah, Mox Amber Go is not a common play pattern. All right, going to combat.
I mean, he is swinging in for 12. That's one hell of a clock that he's putting down. Unless he's going to keep now. I was going to say, unless he keeps the S champion back to block, but seems kind of unlikely.
No, you definitely the beatdown. What happened to the Goon Squad? Fact or fiction? What happened to the Goon Squad here? His chat's been so quiet lately. Mickey and I's just playing perfectly, so there's nothing to...
Roast him about?
Yeah.
All right, man. If I saw that demonic tutor, that'd be going in one pile and the rest would be going in another. Because again, the only way you lose at this point is the Scapeshift kill.
Yep.
But to be fair, he does have a Force Spike, which wouldn't be enough here, and a
He's
Force
got
of Will.
Force of Will. Yeah.
Yeah. So he is covered, but he's not covered through demonic tutor for Scapeshift and have a counter spell in hand. Which, what are the odds of that? But I would still be terrified.
Yeah, well, that would be, let's see, 8 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he could have all those things. Prick says Mickey and I has negate for sure. Negate and Scale Shift.
Every single time, I imagine.
Yeah. All right. I always hate when a fact or fiction gets resolved against me. I'm like, oh, don't make me have to participate in my own demise here. This is not fair.
I mean, I feel like this one's just a snap 4-1, right? Because you don't care about any lands, you don't care about the nature's lore. Like, you just care about the things that kill you.
Snap 4-1. Yeah. It was a snap 4-1, and Mickey and I took the Demonic Tutor, not surprisingly.
I realize also he could cast Demonic Tutor and find, like, Deluge or Damnation. Like, he doesn't have to rush into the combo. But that loses the same Force of Will. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Yeah.
Could also go, like, Thrag Tusk, I guess. I'm just trying to think about that aren't, like, Scape Shift, because I realize I'm kind of hyper-focusing on just use Scape Shift. I'm a combo player at heart.
Yeah, no, I agree with you that Scape Shift is the path to victory here. I mean, there's no way he's attacking through this wall of Thopters and 4/4s.
That's the other scary thing, I guess, is even if he does get a board wipe, most of this can be rebuilt so fast because you're not answering the Skull Clamp. You're not answering the Retrofitter Foundry. I will come back down, and then we'll make a bunch of tokens, and those tokens will all turn to 4/4s and draw on cards again.
Mm-hmm. And if I was urraccoon, I would definitely activate Skull Clamp at this point. Draw some cards.
Switch it over to one of the softers. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Just find more counter magic. Find the ability to hold up both Force Spike and Force of Will.
Yeah, like counters. He's got enough board presence. All he needs is counter spells at this point to seal it up. Yeah, looks like that's gonna happen.
Yep,
that makes sense. So goes up to 4 cards. Now, if he casts another spell, then Huntmaster is gonna flip back. So maybe just getting more counter spells is just such gas now.
The other thing worth noting is that 18 life, I'm not sure when he took, when the Huntmaster flipped. 18 life means that escape shift from 7 lands kills.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he doesn't even need the 8th land now. I mean, he needs it to have counterspell backup, but which we know he needs based on the cards we saw in urraccoon's hand. But just something to consider.
For sure. Ooh, we get Hangerback Walker. Okay. Seems a little overkill, but I guess it's a little insurance against damnation effects.
Clamp this one up, or clamp the token up. I would keep staking for a counterspell.
Which he could have just done before casting Hangerback. Like,
That's
I don't.
true.
If you're gonna draw cards, why cast a spell beforehand? You could draw something better. So, but here we are.
It does feel kind of can't lose territory, though. I imagine when you're staring down at this board and you have all these, you have counter spells in hand, you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah.
So you sometimes get a bit sloppy because that's just, you can afford to get sloppy.
So we have 2 blockers for both the 4/4s because he's going to make one of the Thopters into a 4/4. Where does that leave us? That's not lethal, I don't think.
No. He gets another turn unless there's, sort of Fire Knight coming down on an Edge Champion or something like that. Another turn means another chance to draw into more counter magic or draw into any counter magic.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, if I was Yura, I would be looking to close this game out as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, it's going to be a critical turn for Mickey here. I say Mickey and Ura.
Simplifies life a little.
Yeah. Okay. Lots of options with that Demonic Tutor. And I got to imagine Yura has another blue spell, so he can force spike something, and still hold up for Force of Will.
Yeah, that does limit a lot of the outs here. Especially because that wind swept, he still can't be activated. Just gonna ship it back, flip the Huntmaster, which can, eat another token. That doesn't feel bad.
I mean, does it feel good though?
No, definitely does not feel good.
if I'm Ura, I'm feeling happy that Mickey just shipping back and not casting Demonic Tutor and basically.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think just trying to draw into one more counterspell makes sense, but there's also the danger here of guess he draws more cards in a given turn if the person with spell play.
Yeah. You're not going to win that card draw race. This has got to be the most action I've seen from a Huntmaster of the Fells in Duel Commander, like pretty much ever.
Yeah, no.
Wow. So four total mana, gain 2 life, get a 2/2, deal 2 to a creature and a player, gain 2 life again, get another 2/2, get a 4/4 trample. Man, the value.
Yeah, that's 4 damage to a creature, 4 damage to a player, 4 life gained, and then depending on which side you counted at, 6 or 8 total power and toughness. Definitely does not feel terrible.
No, it's funny because it's not a card I really have on my radar very often, but Mikinai is making it look really good.
Yeah. I think it's a card that's generally a little too slow for the format. It still goes in all my red-green decks that I build because I like it a lot. It's really fun to play with, but it's not quite where you want to be, and it's a 4-drop that dies to shock, which that's not ideal.
Yeah.
Ooh, bedeviling the Skull Clamp, that feels good. That's actually significantly more important than it may look.
Oh yeah, definitely. Although, how many cards has he drawn off that already? 4? 6?
4 or 6. Not bad for a 1-mana card.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's a way that Mickey could maybe get back in this game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's an important thing to deal with.
So I guess Yura's deciding whether to counter it. Drawing card with Sai, interesting. That doesn't seem.
I forgot that Sai has that ability.
I know, me too. I pretty much never used it. That doesn't seem worth it to me. I don't know.
Seems kind of like just a very cheeky play. You tried to remove my thing, but haha, I drew a card off it.
Fancy play syndrome, perhaps?
Yeah. Or, just wants to make the most out of his onboard resources. And I guess if he's losing his draw engine, making sure to recoup cards when he can makes sense.
Ooh, I love this card. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon.
Wow, I have never seen that card before.
Really? It's one card that I forget exists, and then I'm like, oh wait, this is perfect.
And that one's actually kind of relevant because that's back up to 20 if he activates it, which, as we've discussed, means you need the 8-land one instead of the 7-land one.
Yeah,
which
and
changes the magic you can hold up.
If you got nothing to do except hold up counters, play it end of turn, play it again.
That feels very good.
Yeah. Prix asks, how much life does the tomb give? You gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control. So at this point, it would gain him 4 life per activation.
Yeah. Well, 3 life now, but Above 18 is the important thing.
Yeah. What did wait? How did one of the 4/4s die?
He shocked it when he flipped Ravager this turn.
Oh, okay.
He didn't go for anything else. He just shocked one of the 4/4s because he figured they'd be swinging in.
Gotcha. Well, Mikinai is actually containing Yura's board really well for how back up against the wall he is. I gotta give him credit for that.
He is at 4 life, and there is a edge champion on the field. Like, that still is a 2-turn clock if everything else was going correct.
Yeah. If I were Yura, I don't think I would want that Ravager to flip back.
I do not think so either. I think, well, that wasn't a fake spell, apparently.
That was just the only spell was Jeweled Amulet.
Oh.
He just activated Psy. That was the 2 mana.
Got it. Okay, that explains it.
All right. Do or die here, Mickey.
Yeah, no, this is lethal on board with Psy sacrificing Hangerback Walker to make more flying things.
All right.
Here's
Shockland
the question.
Untapped. Yeah.
Here's the question. Do you counter the Demonic Tutor or do you counter the thing they find? That's always the question to ask.
I think I counter the Tutor.
Yeah, I think so too. The way you get blown out in that case is if he has the Scape Shift in hand, he's tutoring for counter magic. But I think otherwise you just always counter the Tutor.
Yeah. I think more can go wrong if you just let him resolve the Tutor. So many situations.
And he resolved the Tutor.
Interestingly, have you seen the card Blast Zone from War of the Spark?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Blast Zone. Blast Zone would not be very good here because it starts out with 1 counter.
Yeah, but like that's another reason to like counter the Tutor. You know, if you have Tutor, to run Blast Zone first of all, and then yeah.
No, I had a game. I think it was actually versus Ura where. No, it wasn't. It was against Chobot, where I cast Demonic Tutor, and he countered it. And his explanation was, if I don't counter that, you find Cavern, and then I never counter a thing ever again for the rest of this game. So I always counter the Tutor because you can't always counter the thing they find.
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's fair.
That's a classic one. That's yeah, you get burned by that play once and you learn your lesson, I think, pretty fast. Okay. Tutor resolves. So it looks like here we go, Scape Shift.
Alright, time to Scape Shift. Oh, needs to float mana before he casts it though.
Yeah. So Wim, hey Wim, how you doing? He asks, what cards couldn't be countered would be good here. I can't think of one that would be very commonly played that just has the text can't be countered in this situation.
I'll look through Mikinai's deck. I'm 90% sure there's nothing in it. Abrupt Decay is in it, but I don't think that's very good here.
Oh yeah. So Prix has a good point too. The new card Dovin's Veto.
Oh yeah, that would be a blowout. Yeah, The only card in this deck that can't be countered is Abrupt Decay, and it's not relevant.
Yeah.
So you can always counter the things that they're finding, but I don't think there's a real upside to doing that necessarily.
No,
not when the game's about to end like this.
No, and like you said, just the ability to get a land pushes it over the edge for me. Okay, so Force Spike on the Scape Shift. Must have another blue card in hand.
Yeah, and so this works if Mikinai doesn't have 1 mana counter magic. But if Mikinai does, in particular, if Mikinai has... Oh, actually, I should check before I list off cards Mikinai could have. Yeah, I think Mikinai doesn't have an out here looking at those cards.
All right, good. He says good games. I think he realized the jig was up. He had to go for it. Interestingly, Ethereum Sculptor is not only just an artifact creature; it's a blue artifact creature. So pitches to Force of Will.
Notable upside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a drink of water really quickly. The thing I was going to say is, this is obviously a card you can't really run in Duel Commander, but Flusterstorm there would have been the blowout. Would have been the 1-mana defend my spell versus Force.
Oh yeah, yep. Flusterstorm is great. I got to imagine Dovin's Veto gets played though too in this format.
I agree. I mean that's a card that's gotten Legacy and Vintage people excited, and usually when cards have those people excited, they're good in Duel Commander. Not always, but.
All right, I'll let you go. So, unfortunately, we have a. Ooh, getting feedback now. We have a swapping of the sides here because of X-Mage nonsense. So Urraccoon is on top, and Mikinai is on the bottom. Turn 2 Sakura Tribe Elder. Spell Snare, wow. Nice. Spell Snare takes down Sakura. Jite. We got the full Kamigawa block action going on here. Tireless Tracker. Ooh, Tireless Tracker without the follow-up land. We're getting aggro. But honestly, there's not a whole lot Urraccoon can do to just take out this Tireless Tracker being mono blue. He's back.
Yeah, I think sneaking the Tireless Tracker in undercut.
Yeah, that makes sense. Inventor's Fair is a nice, cool utility land you get to run to when you're punting mono blue or monocolor.
Yeah, that's true.
Trinket Mage. I can't believe how many of these games are coming down to Scape Shift. It just blows my mind. Is that his primary win condition?
He has mid-range threat. He has other ways of... But, yeah, I bet, especially in board states where things are up, or like you're on the back foot, the game plan of swing 4 times with Kraum or whatever, that doesn't work. That doesn't exist. So Scape Shift is your... I win. I've kept this game going, and now I built a bunch of lands, and now you're dead. And that's why he's running so many fetches. Or not fetches, like ramp spells.
Yeah. Well, fetch is nice here with Tyler's Tracker. I get 2 clues. Thank you very much.
Comes the light.
Trinket Mage got a Darksteel Citadel, so it looks like Urraccoon is a little light on mana.
Mm-hmm.
Baiting into this block here.
I mean, he's not going to take the block because all he wants to do next turn is equip that GT and kind of go to town.
Yeah. Do you equip GT if Miki leaves all his mana open, though?
No, you don't. But if he taps up for like Reyhan, taps off of red, yes, you do.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, oh, no, you still don't, because here's the thing. If you swing into Reyhan, she blocks, you can kill her, but then 3 counters go on that Tireless Tracker, and that's a 3-turn clock. You are dead so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Let's see. So Mickey is just tapping out and putting threats on the board left and right here.
So remember how you were saying, like, Scape Shift? This is how he just plays these mid-range creatures and just beats you senseless.
It's looking like a feasible option here.
He has 6 power on board plus the 2 life drain a turn from Deathbright Shaman. I mean, there's like any spells. There's 1. And not to mention the clues that can be sacrificed. So he could conceivably win in the next like 3 or 4 turns if this beatdown was uninterrupted.
Yep. That's a clock. Although Mikinai is down to...
Down next turn?
Yeah. Right, Kraum. Yeah. Let's not...
Never out of cut. Have you learned nothing?
No. Good point. Just back and forth. But that's where like opposition could really seal things up for your...
Yeah. I think think you need. Okay, so he is equipping the GT, but I'm not convinced.
No, I don't think this is. Normally you have an active GT, you're like winning, right? But I don't think that's true right now.
You cannot afford to swing in.
Well, actually,
well, no, okay, because
getting
you can't afford to swing in.
Getting the track.
Killed Tireless Tracker.
Yeah, I was gonna say getting the tracker off the board seems worth like 2 mana and a Trinket Mage right now.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just really uncertain about that. And he also cannot let Mikinai untap. He needs to remove the GT counters now. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
For sure. GT, the old nemesis, huh, Panda Owl? I imagine it's the nemesis of a lot of people.
And anytime that card comes down and gets equipped, I'm just like, oh my god, this game just got so much more obnoxious.
Oh, and just pass? Interesting.
Well, they counterspell up, I guess, but it's still,
You're losing
damage.
on board. Doesn't seem great. I mean, honestly, if Mikinai's scared of a counter, he could just pass a turn and crack 2 clues.
He tapped mana weirdly. Is he keeping up like a Force Spike?
Metallic Rebuke. So that's going to be
black mana.
Effective. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to just look through the deck to answer any questions. So the thing that would signal to me is either A, he made a mistake, or B, he's holding up lightning bolts.
Well, he's got another color, mana of any color from the Deathrite. Okay.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, I guess that's one way to do it.
All right, we're cracking a clue.
I'd find another land.
Let's see. Let's take a look at Mickey's list again. He's not running that much counter magic, is he?
No, he's running like evasive action, 8.
Actual counter spell. Mana leak.
Some of the bigger stuff. Like he's running Cryptic Command, Mystic Confluence. He's actually running quite a bit of counter magic. He has Negate, Remand, Mystic Confluence, Miscount, Mana Leak, Logic Knot, Is It Charm, Evasive Action, Cryptic, Counterspell, and those are it. So that's like 6 pieces, 8 pieces, somewhere in that range.
Prix says 10. Wow, you know your friend's deck really well. It just offends me on a deep level that a 4-color deck can run Cryptic Command pretty much without consequence.
Yeah, keep in mind, is running Cryptic Command and a Valakut package. That's where it gets...
Oh, kill me. That... Remember when, were you around when in Standard there was like Reflecting Pool and like all the Vivid lands and people were running like...
that was actually my first Standard period.
Cloud Thresher plus Cryptic in the same deck.
Yeah, no, it was Cryptic Command. The curve was Cryptic Command into Cloud Thresher into the Broodmate Dragon into Cruel Ultimatum.
Oh.
I was like, that should not be playable.
Cruel Ultimatum. How are you running Cruel Ultimatum and Cloud Thresher in the same deck? That is unbelievable.
Color Control was just one hell of a drug.
Oh god. All right, so
man, Deck Fading coming down and stealing a GTA is gonna feel really good in a second.
Yeah, it's on the cusp here of happening. Oh my god. How do you feel about Graph Digger's Cage in Duel Commander as like a pre-sideboard sort of card?
Yeah, I mean, as someone who tutors things out of the lab, I'm very not okay with it. I think in general it makes sense in that deck in particular, just because you want to run all of the 1-drops that you can, just to prop die a bunch. And if you have Trinket Mage, it's kind of free.
I don't know. It uses up a card slot. Yeah.
I'm not someone who likes pre-sideboarding, but I can understand just because I get whenever it's like, okay, but what if I face against mono red and my opening hand has 6 cards in it because one of them's a Graph Digger's Cage?
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah. To be fair, there are not as many good 1-drop artifacts as you might think.
Yeah, that's the thing that shocks me every time I see one of these lists. Like, wait, really? You don't get Soul Ring? You don't get 4 copies of Mox Opal?
Right. Wow, this is such a blowout of a turn here, man. Dak Faden, steal your Jite, equip and attack, and kill Sai if you even dare to block with it. And any, number of Thopters going forward. Jeez.
Yeah. Or just, like, also, gain life if put on a counteroffensive, make my clock away faster if you don't respect me. It's not feeling great.
Yeah.
Or even just protecting Dak, because he can just remove 2 counters, give Sai -1/-1, give the Thopter -1/-1, and then Dak won't take any damage.
Sure, yeah, and Yura is definitely incentivized to take Dak off the board here. Well, he can.
I would have thought the artifact deck would have some problems with Dak Faden.
Dak is just... I mean, he's proven to be an all-star so far for Mickey.
Yeah, definitely some of Mickey's Planeswalker choices were like, really? Those are, like, okay, sure, Jason Mind Sculptor, that makes sense. But Dak Faden and Lord Windgrace, those are your other 2 options? But honestly, having seen how it plays out, I am convinced by Dak Faden, and I understand Lord Windgrace at least. Not sure if I'm convinced, but I definitely understand it.
Yeah, I mean, there really are only a handful of great 3-mana planeswalkers, and Dak's certainly up there and among the best. Let's see.
Lily a lot, but this deck doesn't produce black easily enough, so makes sense to skip that.
Yeah. Ooh. Tezzeret the Seeker. Wow.
Get nasty really fast. So.
Yeah. Speaking of busted planeswalkers. Let's see.
Time Vault's banned, right? We don't need to worry about a Time Vault.
Last time I checked.
Man, that'd be the funniest ban update. So, after the success of unbanning Fast Bond for one update last time, we're trying to unban Time Vault for one update. Right, removing 1. What's the scary thing he grabs at 1?
I don't know. Needle? Pithing Needle?
Needle for GT feels good.
Yeah.
It's
gotta be.
Yep. And it's on GT. Perfect.
I think maybe you attack Dak before doing this. Oh no.
No, because you want to turn off the GT.
Oh, I see. He would have had to...
I had to respond to activating Tezzeret.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a really good play then, for sure. Wow. So I'm liking Yura's chances a lot more now. Like, Sai just blocks Reyhan cleanly, and...
I think it's stabilized. But Deathrite can still... There's another land for Deathrite to eat up and play Kraum, I think. Let me double check that.
I don't know if there's another land.
There's not.
Yeah.
There's not. Okay. So it's still off Kraum, which is rough because you want that 4/4 flying haste. But still has, 4 mana to work with, has a clue, has Deathrite Shaman, has 5 cards in the hand. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
Yeah. What would have been great for Mickey would have been to play Kraum and get that Tezzeret off the board.
I'm not sure what this attack is doing. Maybe he's going to blow up the needle?
Yeah, because getting counters in the GTA is pretty effective if you have like Abrupt Decay or something along those lines.
He did just leave green-black open.
Nope. Search for a Scanta.
Ooh, search. Well, if this game starts grinding out, search isn't bad, but I'm gonna favor the Tezzeret, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, unchecked Tezzeret, I'm gonna go favoring that player too. Heyo, Xander's Quest showed up. How you doing? Welcome to the finals of our April tournament. This is proving to be pretty spicy matchup so far.
So notably, he could activate Inventor's Fair and tutor something, and Tezzeret can tutor something.
Yep.
Does that deck run 2-piece combo still? Is that a Painter Stone deck? Because I think it's very close to being able to tutor up Painter. Let's see.
Let me look.
He does not run Painter Servant or Stone. Okay, that's not a combo. Does he have any combos he could get?
I don't. It's not really
No,
that much of a combo
not at
deck,
all.
which is odd because
He has like no combo pieces.
I'm looking through this list and I see like Reshape in here, and I'm like, I don't know about that card. You're not running a combo. He's got War of Invention.
Like, you still could tutor up a, I don't know, a Ghostfire Blade and equip that softer, and then suddenly things get nasty again.
The big bad Sky Sovereign comes down.
Oh boy. Okay, well this too.
Wow.
Like immediately blow up that Death Sprite, I imagine.
Yeah.
You want to clean up the non-Reyhan things before you kill Reyhan.
Yeah.
Wow, and he still has a Tez activation?
Oh yeah. Let's see if
Is this a minus?
minus
It's a
to
-2.
get a 2-drop.
Alright, let's see. Is that going to be Chief? Winter Orb. Okay, I think this game's done.
Oh boy. We're done here. Pack it in.
Yeah. Oh my god, and the thought cast to just keep kicking him while because like you can't swing in because they can just animate the Sky Sovereign. Tap 3. Oh well, not if he attacks. I was gonna say just tap 3 Softers, crew Sky Sovereign, and block with your 6/5.
Yeah, I think that was probably better than just getting a point of Thopter damage in. Although, I mean, I guess he's figuring you just bounce off of Reyhan with Psy, but...
Yeah, I guess it's not really needed.
But, let's see, this game...
I think we
gotta be over.
It up. I was trying to figure out what he was gonna get. I was like, well, what's the... Still Overseer is pretty scary. And then he just slams the Winter Orb, and I'm like, oh, never mind. That's way scarier.
Yeah. Pricks, there are going to be 6 counters on the Jite after this attack. But it's needled. Yeah. Sky Sovereign's an interesting card, too. Oh, Lightning Bolt.
Alright, I mean, that kills Psy.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You can always replay Sky and crew the Sky Sovereign, because it's not like crew requires the creature.
Well...
Oh, well,
he's
we
gonna...
definitely can't play it because he has the Winter Orb. Winter Orb is 2-sided.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, interestingly, Tez can untap the Citadel.
Yeah, so he has potentially 1 more mana to work with.
Mm-hmm. It would have been really nice if he had another artifact mana source.
Yeah. Well, this game is definitely less over than I was initially declaring it to be. I think it's still fine.
I wonder if he was running Memnite in this deck, how much of a blowout would that be? Tez for 0, get Memnite, crew Sky Sovereign. All right, I don't think it's gonna matter because he's got the crew. The crew is in the house. Not the Goon Squad, but the
Found Ravager here feels really
the Coon Squad.
Oh, you know what's really dirty?
What?
If he has good cards at the end of Mikinai's turn, he could sacrifice the Winter Orb.
Ooh.
All of his land sources available for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah. If you were gonna win the game, I think that makes sense.
Also makes the Ravager bigger. Bigger Ravager always good.
Yeah, you could just sack most of your board. Well, I guess you could sack this useless Graph Digger's Cage.
Okay. So, if he doesn't have the Winter Orb, he gets to play Psy again, which is enough to crew Sky Sovereign. And then you can sacrifice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus Tez finds a thing, 6 things. That's a 7/7. That's 13 damage. So yeah, he has lethal if at this end step he sacrifices Winter Orb.
Wow. Okay. Prix has a question. Now that Mickey is getting what? RA? Is it from Friday or tomorrow? He's War of the Spark cards, Duel Commander. Do you know when? I think it's Duel Commander's next Friday.
Is when the cards become legal.
Okay, so it's just like on the official release day, right? Just a week after the pre-release, basically. Oh man, back at it.
So brutal.
Yeah, no. All right, you put up a fight. Sorry, Mikinai.
Best of 3, right?
Best of 3. So Mikinai's got his back against the wall. Sty just steamrolling this tournament like without mercy.
I mean, especially that game, like for most of that game until like pretty much the Tezzeret came down, we were like, oh my god, this is so bad for Sty, and then it did not matter. Yeah, like that really aggressive start. I mean, it looked like it was Mikinai's game to lose, but yeah, I think the Pithing Needle just immediately undid all of the Dak Baden stealing the GT had initially done. And then from there, it was really to stabilize, find Sky Sovereign, and just steamroll. And, I mean, the Winter Orb that walked out a bunch of lands probably didn't hurt. Yeah, Wim, this is best of 5. So you're as one game away from sealing it up. Size just impressed me like crazy, though. Man. The other thing that's really impressive is the amount of variation deck, because, you know, we listed a bunch of cards that could have potentially been in it and that just aren't. Mm-hmm. And even seeing cards that I was like, I'm not sure I would run that, like the Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah. Honestly, I was considering, I cut Sky Sovereign from my list, and I'm kind of reconsidering that now, but that's a pretty expensive card. It's pretty impactful. Also, it's running Contagion Clasp. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a weird one. And Biden of Thassa. I don't know if that one's standard, but... Oh, I think I run... I'm pretty sure I run Biden in my list. But Contagion Clasp just seems slow. What are you proliferating? I think you're just running it as a 2-mana artifact that potentially kills a ghost. Alright. Looks like Yura is really mana screwed here. Hey, Sayer, how we doing? We're doing great. Just some sweet Duel Commander competitive action here on a Sunday. Let's see here. Both missing land drops. What a weird game. I mean, I kind of figured when he played the Bobble out on turn 1 that was the case, but not drawing out of it apparently. So Prick says maybe the War of the Spark cards are actually legal sooner than they used to be. Because I know Wizards has been moving in that direction. Like, it's kind of a feel bad to like get all these cards and just have to wait a week, I guess. People can't. Nobody has any patience anymore, apparently, either. But oh my god, more land drops being missed. Even with cycling that miscalc. Yeah. Yep. And these cards backed are fiction. Yeah. Your raccoon says, what a weird game. Oh, Preordained's gotta be. All right, there we're going. There we're going. Now we're off to the races. Please. Yeah. Oh, tops both of them. That smells like found land. Mm-hmm. Prelius cards are legal immediately in unsanctioned tournaments. Well, okay, that makes sense. I guess it's up to the DC Rules Committee then, what they want to do. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Sartusa. Glad to have you. How'd you guys find out about the stream, by the way? I assume a bunch of you, Mickey told you to come watch. But we do Duel Commander every week, live, every Sunday night.
Well, Sunday night if you're in Europe. I guess it's mid-afternoon where you are, huh, Rudyards?
Yep. Almost 2 o'clock.
All right, Sai's coming down into three untapped mana resolves. Oh, I guess
no blue mana.
Oh yeah, Flooded Grove. Ooh, wow.
Right,
Mox Amber.
This is not fill me with confidence for Mikinai's game.
Oh, that poor Mikinai, unable to make blue with that Flooded Grove. That's just brutal. Aww.
These are the types of finals, by the way, that the London Mulligan is to avoid.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what they do with that. I feel like it's going to be a snap adoption.
I think for singleton formats, it just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, you're not really worried about the combo decks that ruin everything, and it makes things so much better. Yeah. Oh no, it's Fatal pushing us softer. Oh,
that's
boy.
not.
You know,
that's
the
not.
game is in a bad state when you're doing that.
Well, yeah. It's not where you want to be. Although, interestingly,
I wonder why he didn't skull clamp that softer.
I know. Flavor. You would have gotten Fatal Push in response, but still, you'd think that would be the play.
Yeah.
All right. Metallic Mimic. That's a great one. So Wim says War of the Spark boosters are already available in Europe. All across Europe? That doesn't seem right.
It's also possible that it's like just no, I don't have any explanation for that.
You playing at with a local group in California now, or are you just doing online stuff only?
I'm just doing online stuff at this point. There is one that's like, an hour and a half to 2 hours of driving from me one way that Newton's plays at. Hello, Newton.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't seem quite worth it, and I haven't been able to get any of the people I play Legacy with to switch to this format. So for now, I've gotten back into it, but I'm also just doing online stuff.
Yeah, fair. It's after playing online a lot, it's just so hard to. Well, anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but yeah, this is not looking good. Discards Thought Erasure. Man, this Flooded Grove is just destroying.
Just mocking him.
Mocking him, yeah. Thanks for subscribing, Yepe. Okay. Join the Mikinai Goon Squad. Oh, you guys are going to have to send him all your energy, like, very quickly.
Maybe a couple turns ago.
Yeah, maybe do some Teferi time twist action and...
Get him going here.
Yeah. Implement...
He's just baiting, or he has a deluge in hand, just ready to blow him out.
He's just waiting for the perfect moment here.
Again, no clamping. I guess at this point he just doesn't want the card draw. He just wants to run him down. That kind of makes sense. Just not taking any pressure off the field, just trying to get lethal. He's probably going to kill the Mimic and draw a card. Or, sorry, Mimic, discard a card, gain some life.
I would
like this,
maybe do all three modes.
Yeah. I was going to say, in game states like this, you just want to take all of the cards that are too expensive to cast and just dump them.
Yeah. Agreed. Just waiting for that Shatterstorm.
Really good. Oh, man.
If only Balance were he's playing 4-color control non-white, but you can't play Balance. What's the point?
I know. It's such a big miss.
Not that Balance would stop Skull Clamp and Smuggler's Copter, but
no, certainly not.
Oh,
getting this remanded just hurt.
Oh my God.
Although he did discard, he only discarded Search, so he didn't go all in like we were saying he should.
Yeah, but still
rewarded versus the remand. But
rewarded is pretty generous.
That's fair. So let's say just swing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Mikinai's on a 2-turn clock.
That sounds about right.
If Sai swings in as well.
Yeah. Oh man, Yura's just got pretty much locked up here. I mean, he's got 6 cards in hand, 5 untap mana, card advantage. And nothing you couldn't. I mean, nothing more you could even ask for. Drop the Boiling Seas. Even Boiling Seas wouldn't be enough at this point. Balance.
Yeah, Deluge doesn't feel good because the Sai can just be replayed and immediately crew Smuggler's Copter.
Chart of Course is a card
Chart of Course just draws too.
I love Chart of Course. I think this card's fantastic. Stasis. Is Sai gonna get banned? I would be shocked if Sai got banned.
Yeah, Sai definitely. The only argument in favor of banning Sai is that he's blue and good. That seems to be a qualification these days.
Seems weak. I personally like the fact that Sai allows for such a synergy-based deck to be in the top tier right now, as opposed to 4-color good stuff or partners or. But
come on, putting a bunch of warriors in counts as synergy, right?
Don't even get me started on Najila.
No, I remember looking at the Najila list when I was trying to find this one. I saw one that literally ranked 2 creatures of a Najila, and it was like Snapcaster and something else, and I was like, hey, wait a second, that's not a warrior deck.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Can you believe this? Collective Brutality.
Continue. Oh,
that time he discarded 2 cards, so he's 5 cards deep into that. Oh my god, that is just savage.
Oh, well, that's the tournament.
That's the tournament. Unfortunately, that was a pretty anticlimactic game, but
let's just pretend that the last one was the final.
Yeah, that last game was tight. I like that game. All right. So that'll do it. Congratulations to urraccoon for winning the whole thing, and Mikinai gets 2nd place, and who's the other guy here? I'm blanking.
Waka gets 3rd.
Waka gets 3rd. Let me update the scoreboard here. Well, this scoreboard is going to be updated, but do the whole bracket. Let's take a look at the bracket for. Oh, well, they didn't even finish their game here. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, they're going to swing for lethal this turn. There's not much that can be stopped here, so.
Mikinai's making them
a little bit ahead of ourselves.
Go through the motions. He said good game in the chat. You guys can't see that, but.
Yeah.
Mikinai Goon Squad. You guys, by the way, you're more than welcome to play in our tournaments. We do these every month. We're doing something a little bit different. Next month for May, we're doing Pauper Duel Commander, which is inspired by my buddy Felix, German Duel Commander player. He kind of pioneered that format a bit. And basically, it's just you can have any common or uncommon creature as your commander, and then all your main deck cards have to be commons. And it looks to be pretty fun. I brewed up a couple decks. I haven't really had a lot of chance to play test because it's like only folks in our Discord. But it's kind of a wide open field. So it seems kind of anyone's got game here.
I'm gonna duck out, but it was great co-cast.
Okay, well, thanks for joining me, Rudyards. This was fun. Let's do it again. All right, Rudyards is gone. So let me just move this up here. Yeah, I wanted to let you guys know about that. I almost forgot. But we're wrapping up sign up for Pauper Duel Commander. Is it is just nuts, says Sayer. Why do you say is it is just nuts? All right. that's officially the end of the April tournament. Felix, I forget Felix's last name. He's from Germany. I could look it up here. Let me look that up real quick. But we only have 8 people signed up so far, which is a little bit. I thought I was expecting a little bit more, because I like to brew decks. I don't know, maybe everyone doesn't like to brew decks, but so if you guys want to sign up, we have until I believe Tuesday to do that. I put the link in the video description. You can sign up on challenge and join. No, it's not that Felix. It's a different Felix. It's not Felix from the X-Mage Players MTG group, I don't think. Or maybe I'm losing my mind here. Felix MB. He doesn't have his name on Facebook. I don't know his last name, but he's from Germany. And he actually ran a few tournaments, a few Pauper Duel Commander tournaments, and some stuff was doing good with like Tatiova, Sidraxis Spectre, some really cool stuff. I'm not even going to mention the cards I'm most scared about because I don't want people playing them. So for June, we're going to go back to regular Duel Commander, and the way you guys can get involved with that is just joining our Discord. That's the hub of the whole community pretty much. So we have all the tournament announcements are on there. We do pairings and all that sort of stuff. But the tournaments kind of run themselves. I use this site challenge. You can see it now here. It's really nice. I basically give everybody about 3 to 5 days to finish their matches, and it just kind of talk to your partner and finish them out, and we have a full bracket. As you can see, like urraccoon went 2-1, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, and then 3-0 to finish the tournament with like 2 losses only. Pretty incredible. All right, let's finish this. Mikinai 1-2-0. I'll give you guys the final breakdown of all the scores here. So, let's end the tournament. All right, so in first place, urraccoon. Second place, Mikinai. Third place, Waka. Fourth place, Sakopsy, who was the winner of our March tournament. If you guys haven't seen that, you can watch the replay of that finals on my YouTube channel. And then 5th place tie between Falaker and Cyber Chronometer. 7th place tie between Hello Newton and Kolosik. And then we have a bunch of people tied below that. So, yeah. Get involved, guys. X-Mage is not as scary as it looks. And we hope to see you. If you can't make it for May, I understand. But June is going to be just regular Duel Commander. So bring your favorite deck. The one you've been practicing with for years. Okay. That's it. I'm going to head out. If you have any final questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next Sunday with probably... I'll play one of the Let's Brew decks that we created, like Ilarg or Tolsimir, probably. Prix asks, how long do you have to do the tournaments? You mean like how long for each round? Hey, Mikinai. Congrats on the finish. Sorry it didn't work out for you in the end. But second place is great finish. You got a little mana screwed there. It's unfortunate, but amazing showing. That was like the first tournament you played in, right? That we organized here. I believe so. Yeah, but you guys should. Okay. Sorry, I was just getting disconnected from my other call. Yeah, amazing showing. Second place out of 18, really good. Where was I going with this? Oh, how long? Yeah, convince the rest of them to play. The Goon Squad, get them on. We have you can see here I have the due dates. Each round has a deadline. So these guys were the only ones who didn't get buys, unfortunately. They had to play this round out, but they had to finish theirs in relatively quick. I give more time in the beginning because there's like 8 matches to play in this example, like for the number of people we had last month or in April. And then like once it gets, here's the upper bracket. And then once we progress through the tournament, people start to fall off. There's fewer matches to be played. So I kind of accelerate the deadlines. These are like 3 days apart, all of these. If 2 people can't agree on the day, then I generally, it actually hasn't come up as much as you might think. Most of us are in Europe, including myself. But if somebody can't make it work, like the person who, put in the effort to become available, I'll usually give them the win and then drop whoever. Like if someone's just uber busy and just can't make it, I'll give the person who actually made an effort and made themselves available, I'll give them the win. If it was just didn't work, like if both people tried their best and they just couldn't make it work, I'll just flip a coin and determine a winner for that particular round. But I won't drop anyone in that case. But it really hasn't been much of a problem. So it's a really good community. These guys are awesome. We had a really good diversity of decks here. If you join the Discord, you can see everyone's decks and all the lists and stuff. But for now, I just put the list for the top 3 people in the video description. So yeah, join. Mickey can show you how to use X-Mage if you haven't used it before. It's not so bad. All right, any other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. All right. It's been real, guys. Thanks for another successful tournament and for being so active and coming out and watching this. This is great. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you know.